Hello guys, Creeper13 here, and welcome to some Team Fortress 2. Now, in my last video, you'll know that I wasn't exactly happy with Meet Your Match, but I have found out some things which have sort of changed my opinion. Not completely, there are still some things that really didn't need to go away, but more about those later. For now, I'm going to be talking about the changes, new maps, taunts, etc. So, matchmaking has become a thing. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory. You now have matchmaking and useless badges and crap. Well, honestly, I'm not actually that hyped about this, but at the same time, I'm not hyped about it. I'm fine with the implementation of a casual mode. I'm fine with the implementation of a competitive mode, so to speak. In my opinion, they're the same thing, just one you have to pay for. But what really got me was the fact that casual replaced quick play. That to me was not okay. I don't know why they had to get rid of it, but for some reason they did. Now on to the maps. I've played Sunshine and I kind of really like it. It's a nice control point map. It's community created, which is good because at least someone's doing something with their life. You have Metalworks. I haven't played on that one. I'm looking forward to it though. It looks really nice. And you have Swiftwater, which is really cool. I like that one too. It's basically a really long payload map, which has cool blinds at the spawn. These things right here. Then you have Pastime, which has come out of beta, which is one of the things that I never really even cared about. So, not of one of those changes that I'm overly excited for, because I really don't care about it at all. You have a big winner's background. So that was the Meet Your Match update. Now, that was day 1. Day 2 was about Meet versus Match. Now, this was the one of the things that got me not very happy. So, I don't exactly know if this is true, but I did read somewhere in a forum post that both classes will actually get a full re-suit. It's a question of which one gets it first, which is what this big war is about, which sadly Heavy is losing, but as long as he gets his changes, yeah, I'm okay. I like how Soldier just put war over vote. Anyway, make Heavy or Pyro great again. One lucky class is going to be full-fledged class pack in a future update. New weapons, new balancing, new achievements. It could be Heavy or it could be Pyro, but it's not going to be both. Yes, it will. Here's how it works. The next time you start the game, you'll be asked to pick a side. Heavy, obviously. From then on, every point you score in a competitive or casual match will count towards either team, Heavy or Pyro. Which classes deserves a war? Vote with your bullets, and we will listen to those bullet votes with our computers. I like that, right? Because you're shooting people. So, on it anyway. That's also self-explanatory. You know what side I'm voting, considering I'm Heavy main. Anyway, new taunts. The Balloony Bouncer. This one's nice. It's one of the funny ones. Here, if you just watch. That's a funny one. There's a bug where you can actually go through walls with it, but I don't have the taunt, so I can't show you. Then there's the Carlton. That's pretty self-explanatory too. Disco Fever. This is... I wasn't expecting a spy to get a taunt like this. Let us commence. It's a weird first thing, but then you have the... Excuse me. The... Fewer Bar Fanfare, which is basically a soldier playing a trombone. That's a funny one. Anyway, then you have new crates. You have starter class packs, which I think are a really good implementation. It helps new players get into the game without actually spending too much money. Gives them a like handy low price pack that contains a little bit of stuff for their favorite class that they've decided they want to invest in. Sorry. And you have the Perfect Stranger crate. This is one of the ones that I'm going to be very happy about because the weapon that comes out will always be strange. Sorry about that. My alarm went crazy. Now this is one of the things that I really don't like. they made the view model like this. I don't like it at all. Now, why don't I like this? Well, it shows less of the weapon, which for people... Now, interestingly enough, people who have large FOVs can fix that problem, the default view model from before, without this. Now, what I mean by that is, with a higher FOV, or whatever the hell that means, you can increase the distance that your weapon is spread, which actually makes it smaller, but you can still see all of the weapon. It's not like this, where you can see the barrel, and that's pretty much it. There's also this, which is a pretty handy feature. I like the fact that you didn't actually know what these items were before when you opened the crate. That's nice. Right? Okay. Then there's all this stuff, which is basically just summer sale and knives and pippers and crap like that. Now, on to the patch notes. I'm going to ignore the general stuff because that is huge and most of it is about the various modes. Bug fixes I'm also going to ignore. Performance I'm going to ignore. For anybody who uses a custom HUD, this is important, but I'm not going to go over it as not everybody watching this video will have a custom HUD. Manco Straw Glover, they've added competitive mode matchmaking pass, which is self-explanatory. The new class starter packs, the new key, list, cosmetic crates. They've revamped the main store pages, which I really like, by the way. They did a really good job on that. They added a spotlight item. Okay, I haven't seen that. They added the ability to mouse over and preview items in a bundle. That is nice. Wait, no, that's the thing they said before. Why are you saying the same thing twice? They've adjusted some weapon prices for consistency. Okay. They've added several... Or no, these are old maps. They have added new ammo pack locations in the... No. Anyone who plays this map, you get new ammo pack locations, guys. The final cap on capture increased from 2 seconds from... Holy cow. Anybody who played Badlands, that must be annoying. Clips and bullet list have added to stairs. Okay. Why are they adjusting ammo caps? Manpower? Wow. Okay. Game balance. I'm going to ignore everything here. Heavy. The Natasha and Brass Beast. 20% damage resistance now only applies when spun up and below 50% max health. That rendered the Brass Beast pretty much useless. Same with the Natasha. But those were useless anyway, so what the heck. Well, no, the Natasha was one of those trolley weapons, because you could slow people down when you hit them, but... Meh. The Huolong Eater, wow, this thing got, like, major changes. Let's see, they added a negative 10% damage bonus, that sucks. Ish. Never really used it anyway, so whatever. They have added a 25 plus health increase for damage versus burning players, that's useless, you need a pyro to burn them. They reduced the ammo drain from 4... That is a good change. This thing sucked up ammo like it was a vacuum cleaner. That is nice. That's a good change. They have reduced the pulse damage from the Ring of Fire from 12 to 15. Or from 15 to 12. That is... Why do you do that? It did very little anyway. You should increase it, if anything. And then the Buffalo Steak Sandwich. Fixed damage taken multiplier accidentally being plus 10 instead of listed 25. Or plus 25. Once again, I don't use the Buffalo. It gives you crits for, like, melee only. Nobody uses melee as heavy. Die in a hole. So, as for the heavy changes, they're kind of not... They don't affect me. I mean, they completely revamped the Hugo heater. I call it Hugo heater. It's like the Huolong heater. But it was useless anyway, and this just makes it even more useless. Ish. I mean, if you have someone who tries to stab you can light them on fire with the ring, and then just douse them with the minigun, which gives you 25 plus damage, so I guess you can do that, but it's still kind of useless for a general multi-platform minigun, like the Stock and Thompson do. Let's see, Sniper, I'll go over that, because I do play a bit of Sniper. Cozy Camper now requires a full charge to gain flinch resistance. Okay. The Cindy Sleeper, when fully charged or when making a headshot, now applies Girardi in a radius. Whoa, okay. So you can now do splash damage Girardi? Holy cow. Scope shots now extinguish teammates? Wow, they buffed the Cindy Sleeper. Gonna be playing with that a little bit. The Cleaner's Carbine. Remove the hidden 10% damage multiplier when under the effects. There was a hidden percent plus damage when under effects? Didn't know. Demo man. All boots now require a shield to activate. Any more speed bonus listed on the item. Okay. That's a bad change, but nobody used boots when they didn't have a shield, so it's kind of useless. Let's see. The Iron Bomber. Decrease the fuse time from minus 1.4 seconds to 2.0. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, that's a good change. That means the Iron Bomber has, like, less of a fuse. You have to lead your shots a little bit. Not as much. The Quickie Bomb Launcher. Increase the charge time reduction to 70% from 50. Holy cow, that's a minus 70% charge time? That's a lot of charge time. Increase the damage bonus from max charge shots to 35 from 25. So it does a lot more damage than before when your shots are fully charged. Increase the clip size penalty from 50% to 25%. Okay. Remove the sticky bombs fizzle 4 seconds after landing. The fudge does that mean? Updated model. I hate that. It makes it sound like a freaking baby messing around in a pool. It's just, no, why? So those have been the Meet versus match and the Meet Your Match update changes. Holy cow, there's a lot of stuff. So as always, you know what I'm going to vote for, you know what I have voted for, and you know who I hope wins. So, as always, God bless, and I will see you next time. Have a good day, or morning, or wherever you live. Night.